Finally. I've never had that happen before. StreamYards was telling me they were having too much traffic right now. Anyway, I got a couple articles I want to share with you guys when some people get in here. Well, if they got a lot of traffic, that might mean there's a lot of people live on YouTube. Anyway, my name's American Amy, and like I said, I got a couple things I want to cover about Riviera Beach, Florida, which is the people that falsely arrested me for committing no crime. Actually, I was involved in a constitutionally protected activity, which was videoing the police in the course of their duties. Anyway, so that city's always been off the chain. Well, I didn't know it until after my arrest, but after my arrest, of course, it got my attention. So I've been seeing a lot of articles come out of Riviera Beach. I haven't really been working on my channel much, or because of things going on in my personal life, but probably sound stuffy right now. I've been crying still about the loss of my pet. Hey, Rob. It's been rough, but I did pick her ashes up yesterday, and they took a little paw print, and that was nice, and they sent a card, and they all signed it. Anyway, so our first article is going to be about a murder case. I haven't read this yet, so we're going to look at this blindly together, okay? So, Rob, it looks like you're the only one in here. Thank you, Rob, so far, but I'm going to go ahead and present it. People can always come back and watch it later. Anyway, so this city, though, they have a lot of problems with their city council. They bicker like children. This is the one where I showed you guys a while back. I have a whole playlist on this city, okay? Just a lot of problems, a lot of people in the small government that don't know what they're doing, in the local government, or maybe even dare say possible corruption. This is where the guy sits up there and says he has the First Amendment when he's up there as a city commissioner. And the other day they were investigating one of them. I think it's the city manager, Evans, I believe it is. I've met him before. Okay, so let's start with the first video. Let me share this. It's been a while since I've done this, guys, so hopefully I still know what I'm doing. Yeah. Have I ever really known what I was doing? Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can see this. Good morning, Jenny. Good to see you, my love. Okay, yeah, we can see it. I think I've got it ready. Let's make this big, because this is not the hugest article in the world. We might can make it bigger on here, too. And if I've got the sound on, we should be okay.
Riviera Beach police officers tonight being disciplined for literally leaving a murder case sitting
Let me know
untouched
if
on
you
a
can
desk
hear.
for 5
Give me a
years.
one.
CBS 12's Al Papley found the details in an internal affairs investigation, which reveals a murder case handed to the Riviera Beach by West Palm Beach detectives in 2017 went uninvestigated until last November. Al?
That's exactly right. The details of this case are kind of hard to believe. West Palm Beach police initially investigated the case because the body was found outside St. Mary's Medical Center. But when detectives learned the murder had actually happened in Riviera Beach, they had a meeting with 4 investigators at the Riviera Beach Police Department, briefed them on the investigation, and then handed over the case file, which nobody looked at again until about 7 months ago. 4 members of the Riviera Beach Police have been reprimanded for mishandling a murder investigation. An internal affairs report obtained by CBS 12 News explains in August of 2017, after West Palm Beach detectives handed over the case to Riviera Beach PD, the binder containing case notes and evidence literally sat on one of those officers' desks until he left the unit in May of 2022, almost exactly 5 years later. Even then, he signed the binder into the records room, where it sat for another 1.5 years with no action. Riviera Beach police were not available for comment Tuesday.
So the chief could speak with me at a later date? Yes. Do you know when that would be?
This all started when Derek Foster's body was found on the north side of 54th Street near St. Mary's Medical Center in January of 2015. He had been shot twice in the head. West Palm Beach police investigated for more than 2 years, but discovered the murder actually occurred in Riviera Beach on West 1st Street. So they were directed to transfer the case there, which they did in August of 2017, according to police department documents. This is where things get murky. West Palm Beach says they gave Riviera Beach the case. End of story. Riviera Beach says West Palm Beach briefed them on the case and handed over the evidence, but there was never any official word or order saying they were supposed to take it over. The ranking Riviera Beach officer in that meeting, Major Walker, was quoted as telling West Palm Beach police detectives, "We're not in the business of taking someone's homicide." That's when the case was literally lost in the shuffle, a delay that left Foster's family wondering what had happened to him. It surprised you or bother you, though, that the Riviera Beach Police Department apparently didn't do their job in this case?
Yeah, it bothers everyone because they be slow at things.
Fast forward to November 2023, when a Riviera Beach cold case detective bumped into the West Palm Beach police investigator who had worked Foster's murder. She asked whatever happened in that case. The cold case detective didn't know, so he looked it up. He found the binder in the records room at the Riviera Beach police station, and 3 weeks later, they arrested 57-year-old Anthony Brownlee for the murder of Derek Foster 8 years earlier.
Wow.
The Internal Affairs report sums it up this way. It is unfortunate that a 2015 homicide was not solved until 8 years later. An alleged suspect was not apprehended for 6 years. A reasonable person might ask or be concerned that other similar crimes were committed during that time. Derek's sister agrees.
Wow, it bothered me a lot.
Why did it bother you?
Because I was thinking, like, if they keep on with the case, then, you know, the man could be around murdering or doing other things that's violent.
Riviera, they won't talk about.
That's exactly what I was thinking. 8 years, this guy was out there. And look how easy the case was to solve, especially if Riviera solved it. At least it was a cold case detective. And if it hadn't have been him, he'd have probably never even went and looked for it, because these people just, they're just, in my humble opinion, they don't give a damn, okay? But we'll get back to the video.
About the case because that suspect, Brownlee, is still in custody awaiting trial. West Palm Beach police say they followed procedure in handling the case over to the jurisdiction where the murder occurred, so there's no wrongdoing on their end, they say. As for the guy who was finally arrested, Anthony Brownlee, he's behind bars charged with murder. Live in the studio, Al Peffley, CBS 12 News.
Okay, and thanks to CBS 12 for that one. I'll have the link in there. And let me look for the other one I had for you guys. Like I said, I've been getting a ton of them from there. I just haven't been up to, unfortunately, making a video. And I apologize for that, but sometimes you're not in the right headspace to make a video. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling the email up. I emailed it to myself. Oh, I hope I did. Okay, give me a minute. I only emailed the one to myself. You guys chat for just a second while I email the other one to myself, please. I hope I didn't lose that one. That would be just my luck. Let me see. One second. Okay, let me get back to my messages. So how's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. What time you didn't send it to yourself, Amy? Thought I had it. Oh, I bet you I had it open on here and then I unopened it. Let me search tabs real quick. Maybe I can find it. Nope. Okay, let me see if I can trace it through that one real quick. Sometimes they'll have related cases. Maybe not. Man, I had another one for us too. Let me try one more time to go through that article and see if I can find it. Makes me mad because I had 2 articles instead of 1. Like I said, they've been popping off left and right from that city. A local. Nope, I don't see that. But here's something we can watch. Unrelated, but it's a gator going after a woman. Hey, Bob. I really wanted to show some more about Riviera. I really did. As I get the articles, if I don't feel like sharing them, making a video out of them, or going live with them, I'll just share the links, because this city's really, we talk about corrupt cities, and like I said, I probably would have never even noticed these people had they not arrested me. I mean, I knew the city, but I went and looked into them and watched all the meetings I watched and stuff had I not been arrested there, and so blatantly. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, so we're going to look at the gator now. This is totally unrelated, different city, but it's sad.
Searching for the best flower delivery in Palm Beach Gardens? We've got you covered. Stunning floral arrangements from Flower Kingdom always say it best. Fresh flowers hand-delivered with a smile. Order at flowerkingdom.com.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
6:34 new details coming out of Pinellas County this morning, where officials released the identity of that woman who was attacked by a 14-foot gator last week. According to deputies, 41-year-old Sabrina Peckham was homeless and lived in the woods nearby. Every morning, she made it a habit to visit her grandchildren. But when she did not show up, her family knew that something wasn't right. Hours later, FWC and Largo police received multiple calls spotting the gator was with a human body part in its mouth as it was just strolling down the street. A makeshift memorial now stands at the scene, filled with flowers and balloons.
Selfless, 100% selfless. She was homeless herself, but it didn't matter. She'd give you the last piece of food on her plate. She would give you the shirt off of her back if she needed to.
Now you can hear the devastation in her voice. The alligator connected to the attack was later killed by wildlife officials.
It's Father's Day this Sunday. Hey, Patrick. Y'all know I don't keep up with days and stuff. Yeah, I wish I hadn't lost that other article. I apologize about that. Like I said, I really wanted to look at that one too. Anyway, can you believe that that case was it was so easy to solve. Obviously, if they were that many years later, they were able to solve it. And because these people, and then what do you say? We're not in the habit of taking other people's murder cases. That was so rude and so cold. And okay, tomorrow is Father's Day. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I didn't buy my husband nothing, anything. I didn't know it was that quick. But I buy him stuff all the time. So he buys me stuff. But I can at least tell him Happy Father's Day tomorrow when he wakes up. Anyway, so they said, what did they say? Even, you hear about departments working together and stuff. This guy's like, we're not having it. There's departments that volunteer to help other departments solve murder cases. And this guy's like, Yeah, that's terrible about that lady getting ate by the gator. It's sad. She seemed like a really sweet soul, too, you know. And her grandkids seem to be close to her. It's very sad. All right. Well, unfortunately, since I lost the other video, if I find it and if I find some more Riviera links to articles, I'll put them on the community page. And then if I find more than one, I'll put the rest of them in the comments of that one, if that makes sense. That way I won't have to keep putting a bunch of shit on my community page. Because I'm telling you, I've been getting articles out there left and right. I just haven't felt like putting them together. Hey, Angel, how are you? So that's why I haven't brought them to y'all sooner, because to me it's very interesting. It's very sad that Riviera Beach has some really good residents. Like the police, you know, when this new chief came in, his way to fight crime was to put a bunch of money into in the budget towards trash cleanup, which is fine if that's going to help you solve crime. But I said in no time they will be asking the people to go out there and volunteer, which is nothing wrong with that generally, but they put that in their police budget. So they should be either out there doing it themselves or hiring somebody to do it. I'm telling you, this city's really got a lot of things wrong. That, you know, like I said, I've been paying attention to ever since they arrested me. I've had my eye on them. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me today. It happens, Angel. I feel like if you get a notification at all, you're blessed. And I tell you what, my YouTube keeps unsubscribing to people. And I'll resubscribe. It's crazy. Yeah, well, thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate you. And I will put the link definitely to that first article. I hope to God I can find the other one. But if not, maybe the other one will lead you there like it led me there. All right, well, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Okay? My name's American Amy. And I'm out of here. Bye-bye.